Chapter 3: Audit Function and Internal Control. We are looking at the internal check. Internal check, they are control which ensure that the work of one person is independently proved by that of another person. Its aim is to minimize the risk of fraud and error by creating procedure for the prompt detection and prevention of such fraud and error. When looking at the internal check, we look at the main objective of internal check. We all know that the main objective of internal check is to minimize the risk of fraud and error by creating procedure for the prompt detection and prevention of such fraud and error. E.g., having two signatories for checks, or segregating the preparation and payment of wages, opening of mail by person independently of the cash department. That is the main objective of internal check. We will move on to internal auditing or internal review. We are talking about internal auditing and the internal review. Internal auditing can be defined as an independent appraiser activity within an organization for the review of operation as a service to management. Internal auditing can be defined as an independent appraiser activity within an organization for the review of operation as a service to management. It is a management control which functions by measuring and evaluating the effectiveness of other control. The internal audit is thus an internal review, an appraisal of policies, plans, procedure, activities, and record of the organization by specially assigned staff called internal auditor. The internal audit serves to ensure that the organization internal control system is operating satisfactorily. The internal audit is a review of operation within a business by special assigned staff. It is fundamental that the internal audit functions are carried out by special assigned staff who form a separate department and are completely independent of the person whose work is subject to review. Establishment of internal auditing. Internal audit involves a periodical review of the accounting and internal control system as well as the result of operation in order to 1. Report on the efficiency and effectiveness of the internal control and accounting system and to suggest improvement where necessary. 2. To report on result of operation, variation from plans and the reason thereof. The internal audit function is delegated to employees who have this as their sole responsibility. The employee known as internal auditor and the constituting the internal audit department are not allowed to carry out other duties in the organization that could result in conflicting interests, and consequently which could impair their independence, which is a most desirable quality for their role. So that is internal audit. So let's move to factors that determine the scope and objective of internal audit. There are so many factors that determine the scope and objective of internal audit. Let's look at the number one, the management. The management. Since the internal audit is part of the management tools for control, their scope and objective are within the ambition or habit of the need of the management that set up that department. The second one is the size. The size and the nature. The size and the nature of the enterprise. The third one is the skill. The skills and the experience. The skills and experience of the internal auditor. And the fourth one is the size of the internal audit staff. So those are the factors that determine the scope and objective of internal audit. Let's move to internal auditor roles and scope of work. Basic function of the internal audit is to carry out schedule. So carry out schedule audit. Procedure in respect of the transaction of the enterprise and verification of procedure in respect of its assets and liability, and to ensure that the internal control system of the enterprise is operating satisfactorily. The main function of internal auditor include: 1. Review of the accounting system in the company. The second one is the review of the internal control system towards ensuring compliance. The third one is the testing of transaction and balance in the account of the company for accuracy and correctness. The fourth one is the review of operational performance. And the reporting on variance. The fifth one is conduct of special investigation. We also have additional one of review of business environment to highlight threats and opportunities. And we can also add provide consultancy advice and training on internal control matters. And the next one, we have ensuring that the organization policies are fulfilled. And we can also have the last one, which is ensuring that the organization assets are safeguarded. Those are the function of internal auditor. So let's move to the method and procedure of carrying out internal audit function. Method and procedure of carrying out internal audit function. The first one is operational audit. First one is operational audit. The second one is functional audit. The third one is organizational audit. The fourth one is company audit. The fifth one is special or ad hoc audit. As well as the sixth, which is management audit. So those are the method and procedure of carrying out internal audit work. So let's quickly expatiate in one after the other. Operational audit. This involves the audit of a specific set of operations within a department, such as cash audit, e.g., cash audit. So the second one, which is functional audit, you may look at this entail auditing a specific function in organization, e.g., sales ordering. The other one is organization audit. The organizational audit is trying to point out an audit of the organization setup which is concerned with the efficiency of the organization. The company audit is talking about an audit of a company within a group of companies if the audit is working in a large organization. Special or ad hoc audit. This occurs when an auditor is assigned to carry out a special assignment such as investigation. The management audit. This is an inquiry into the adversary or advisability of any of the policy of the director in furthering the objective of the company as defined in the memorandum and or into the efficiency with which they are securing the execution of those policies. It is an appraiser of organizational structure and policy to ensure efficient management. It is also known as operation audit or efficiency audit, also known as